Yo, SmokaCola here, and today I'm going to talk about Dead Rising 2 off the record for the PC. Now, before I get into this review, I want to give you guys a bit of an update since it's been a while since I've done a review. I'm no longer using Fraps to record my gameplay, I'm using DxTory, and I'm also using XSplit Broadcaster to stream my gameplay. So if you guys want to see some live stream in action, head over to the PugGaming website and check out my live stream, or you can also go to SmokaCola.com/livestream. Now that we got that out of the way, I want to let you guys know that I do want to get back into reviews. I've missed doing it, so this is going to be a weekly thing from now on. These are going to be some older games that have came out last year, mainly because it's been a while since I've done reviews and I didn't review the games that I really wanted to. So you're going to see some games like Skyrim, Batman Arkham City, you know, stuff like that. That's going to be coming really soon. Also, an update on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel has 2 strikes on it, and if it gets a 3rd one, it'll get banned. So I've created a new YouTube channel. I'm going to try my hardest not to get any strikes on it. So if you guys could head over to that channel, subscribe to it. If you've already subscribed to me, like I said, new channel, so please go subscribe to the new channel. Show me some support, and I'll definitely pump out some more videos for you guys. Also, anything that's going to be on my channel, if you're subscribed to my channel before, you know that I didn't post videos very often. That's going to change very soon. I'm going to have some bloopers from the reviews up there. Trust me, there's a lot of stuff you guys don't get to see whenever I'm doing these reviews. And I'm going to have some gameplay as well, and I'm definitely going to try to do some more tutorials. People seem to like my Hitman gameplay or tutorial, whatever you want to call it, a lot, so definitely going to do some more stuff like that. And see if I can pump out some more reviews for you guys, get some more gameplay. Anytime that I'm live streaming, you can go check that out, and pretty much anytime I'm playing a game, I am live streaming. I might even be tempted to do like a live review one day, just so you guys can see what it's like for me to do a review. With all that said, I definitely want to get back into this, so let's go ahead and review Dead Rising 2 off the record for the PC.
Hey there, handsome.
The performance on this game isn't something I want to dwell on too much, mainly because it performs nearly the same as Dead Rising 2. If you would like more in depth on it, you can easily find that review here on the PugGaming YouTube channel. However, I will say that I noticed that FPS did increase since Dead Rising 2, and Crossfire SLI seemed a little more cooperative with it. I was a little upset that the sound issue was still present with this version of the game. If you are having issues running the game, simply lower your audio for your speakers to 48K Hz. This did disappoint me, and honestly I don't want to have to lower the quality of my overall sound every time I would go to play one game. This hurts the overall score by 1 point. The same can be said here for the previous section. The gameplay hasn't changed much at all from Dead Rising 2. I did notice the zombies were a bit more difficult and seemed to lunge at you more regardless of your level. This is quite appreciated, as I could just storm through Dead Rising 1 and 2 without a care in the world of what was going to happen to my character, as zombies never seemed too interested in him. There are a new selection of combo weapons and weapons in general, and this time around you're playing as Frank West. So not only do you get new genocide toys to play with, you'll be able to take pictures of all the zombies you murder and make them look silly. Also, since you're playing as Frank, you have a new loadout on special maneuvers you can dish out on the zombies. And the classic zombie walk is back as well, so you can pretend to be a peer amongst the living dead. This isn't a special move I use often, but if used correctly, it can definitely save your ass.
Letting zombies in, foreigners in, letting socialism in.
The storyline is somewhat interesting, however at the same time disappointing. There are new psychopaths, but the vast majority were previous ones, and their cutscenes didn't change much. Speaking of cutscenes, some were from Dead Rising 2, but recycled very poorly, with Frank giving a very generic reply to any question he was asked. Unfortunately, this won't keep you interested if you've already played the first game twice or 3 times over. It will bring something slightly new to the table and turn things around a bit, but I felt like it was playing something that could easily be considered DLC for today's standards. Overall, it's definitely not a bad game. The only major issue I had with it is that it could have been released as an expansion. There really wasn't any necessary reason for making it its own game other than to milk the franchise for all that it's worth. On top of this, they removed the online game mode, Terror is Reality. This is kind of a letdown, but it is replaced with a sandbox mode. This mode will allow you to freely roam around the game and torture zombies as you see fit without a time limit. However, with this being considered a new game and not just an expansion, it should have really came with both game modes instead of taking one out and replacing it with a different one. Since I paid for a brand new game, they should have taken the time to improve Terror is Reality, as I personally felt like it was a great online game mode. It just needed a way to create and select servers and to make it easier to play with friends. I will touch on one thing before ending this review. I do feel like it was an easy way for them to push out a difficulty for Dead Rising 3. I feel like the AI was smarter in this and provided more of a challenge to me. Even as I leveled up and gained new abilities, they seemed to be more difficult than the previous games. This I appreciated, but it was not enough to save the game completely. All in all, I give the game a 2.5 out of 5. This is pretty much the lowest score I've ever given to a game, but I honestly can't steer my fellow gamers into a direction, leading them straight to a ripoff. This should have been $20 at best, however the game is still $40 on Steam at the date of this review. Personally for me, I'm a huge Dead Rising fan and I enjoyed the extra features and alternate storyline. It was definitely an interesting play all the way through. The only reason I purchased the game was to go further into the game's storyline and to see what happened if it was Frank instead of Chuck. I recommend this game only to the loyal Dead Rising fans out there who have to know everything about the series. And also want a sweet free roam co-op mode to play with friends. It's also a single player mode as well, which is a nice plus. That's it for the review. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my new channel and help me gain back my subscribers. Also, if you like to watch live gameplay, I now have a Twitch that you can follow. One final note that I didn't add at the beginning of the video, all gameplay from now on will be done with the mouse and keyboard if I can stand it. If the developers make a console port and it's completely unplayable, I will be forced to use a controller. Luckily, this is one of the games that feel pretty smooth with a mouse and keyboard. I hope everybody has a great Valentine's Day, and before I forget, take it easy.